Let me ask you a question.
Can you tell me which one of these figures are bootlegs? Now what if I told you they're all fake? Crazy, right?
But don't worry, by the end of this video, you'll know exactly how to spot fake S.H. Figuarts and avoid wasting money on bootlegs.
One of the first things you should notice when spotting a bootleg is the packaging. Fakes usually mess this up in some obvious ways. Here are some things to look out for. One of the first things being the Tamashii Nation's logo. Real boxes will have a silver or gold foil that reflects light. Fakes either skip it or use a dull print. The second thing to look out for is the Bandai seal of authenticity. Newer boxes have a color changing sticker that shifts when tilted. And authentic figures also have the Toei Animation sticker and the respective logos from the companies, while bootlegs on the other hand don't do that. A bonus tip is just to look at the figures in the packaging. Most of the time the accessories are loose or you can just see the figures falling apart. And a lot of people don't think about this, but if you see a photo of the figure that wasn't an official image, chances are it's not real. Whether you're a veteran collector or a beginner, understanding the packaging of S.H. Figuarts is very important, because fakes miss out on a lot of logos and details, which is a dead giveaway that it's a bootleg.
But let's talk about the figures themselves, because that's where bootlegs really fall apart.
Surprisingly, bootlegs today have shocking quality, whether it's really bad or actually pretty decent. But regardless of how good it can be, these are 3 ways to tell if it's a bootleg. For this video, I'm going to be using my bootleg Frieza figure and comparing it next to an authentic Frieza figure. I'm going to be using the Datong Frieza, which is a bootleg of the first Frieza release over 10 years ago. I'm using this bootleg because it still has the same body mold to the modern day Frieza, and on top of that, it still has all the things to look out for a bootleg, such as the paint job. Official figures have clean lines and smooth shading. Fakes often have messy paint, smudges, or just missing detail in general. Next up is plastic quality. Fakes usually feel lighter, and real ones have a solid premium feel. But you can see for this figure, the difference in plastic is that one of them is more of a yellowish white, and the other one is a cleaner white color. And lastly is joint/articulation. Real S.H. Figuarts often have smooth joints, while fakes are often loose or stiff and even break. However, in this case, the Datong Frieza is actually a well-made bootleg. The only piece that falls off for me is the crotch area.
The most important piece of advice I can give you is to pay attention to not only the price of the figures, but who exactly is selling it.
I often tell people, if the price is too good to be true, it probably is. Now look, don't get me wrong, I know you can find some good deals. I myself have found so many fantastic deals on S.H. Figuarts. Unless you have the figure in hand. If you're shopping online and you see that a figure costs $10 to $30 when it costs $60 plus, chances are it's fake. Another red flag to look out for is suspicious sellers and locations. No matter what website I use, I always look at the reviews and descriptions from the seller and buyer. Because even if something has a lot of high praise, the buyers will let you know if it's fake or not. And for locations, I'm not saying don't buy overseas. Hell, that's where our figures come from. However, I will say though, check out for the long delivery times, because that's usually a red flag. Even though I'm going to expand more upon this next part in a different video, I will say some trusted websites to use is Hobby Look Japan, Big Bad Toy Store, and Premium Bandai.
If you're still unsure whether the figure is fake or not, here are some tools that can help you out.
For more reinsurance, I highly recommend joining S.H. Figuarts communities through social media. Join Facebook groups, subreddits, you name it. That way you can talk to collectors and give each other advice. I highly recommend checking out the S.H. Figuarts Reddit page. I actually use that a lot to find answers to my questions. And lastly, I highly recommend checking out the Tamashii Nation official websites for release calendars and authenticity checks. Here are the 2 websites I highly recommend checking out, and I'll be leaving a link to them in the description below.
Now you guys know how to spot a fake S.H. Figuarts from a mile away. But if you want to know where to buy authentic S.H. Figuarts, make sure to click the tag video on the screen right now.